Let me give you a quick run through to consider when you design your take-home assignment. My focus is those type of take-home assignment that is self-contained. Through it, you are using it to ascertain if the students have mastered the LO or not. So those type of assignment. I think the first question I ask myself is, why take home? Why cannot do here? It cannot be just because it takes more time, right? Look at your own assignment question, and you want to see how well your assignment question, how high is the potential for AI misuse. This rubric can help you. So you might want to evaluate your current writing prompts with these dimensions that is provided in this rubric. And then you can see how you can scale it up. Okay? Again, I won't belabor this, but I share with you my own take and when I will get my students to take home the assignments. I make sure that my assignment requires the students to have some interaction with the physical world or physical artifact. And through the interaction, that's when the application happens. So that's one of the things I make sure that if I want them to take home, it has this component. But of course, you can get them to take home and then come back, do a take-home assignment that is not requiring them to do that, and then come back, but to ascertain if they have mastered, perhaps need to happen in your class. They can be presenting in your class or something like that. Also, the other thing is, before you set them off on the assignment, set very clear rules. Set it deliberately, rules for AI. Not permitted, though I think it's a very short-term solution. Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, they are all integrated with AI already. Not permitted may not be possible. So likely you will opt for some permission or full permission. And when you opt for some permission, you might want to consider telling your students when they can use. For example, I allow you to use at the brainstorming stage. I allow you to use at the editing stage. You set the rules. And if they want to go beyond the rules, it's their responsibility to check with you first. Especially when you allow them to do the creation part using AI, I think you also need to give them the guidelines, how to cite. APA, MLA, Chicago, they have already updated their guidelines. One thing I like my students to do, and I feel that it gives me insight into the process of how they learn together with AI, is I get them to describe how they prompt, how they refine the prompts. Give me insights if they have mastered. I'll give you an example. Maybe my course teaches photography. I wanted to generate a picture, and I have this vision in mind of how this picture is. But if I'm not a skillful photographer, I don't know anything about what camera lens, 3.5 mm or whatever, or I don't know long shot, medium shot and things like that. I don't know how to prompt properly in order to reach that desired outcome. And through their prompts is how you know they have learned and applied. So it's flipping. It's how they ask questions, not what answers they give. That may be valuable. So it's another way to think about your assignments. My own classroom and the nature of the subject that I teach allows me to do a lot of inquiry-based learning. And I want the students to be able to ask good questions. And in fact, in the new eras, it's not about getting the right answers, it's about asking the right questions. And if they know how to ask ChatGPT or whatever Gen AI tools they're using the right questions, it will go a long way. Itself is a skill. Lastly, your rubrics. I think for me, to get the pass, the students have to demonstrate the evidence of the interaction with the physical world and the physical artifact, and how they apply, how the transference result in personally meaningful new insights. How can we weave all these important lessons into our curriculum and assessment so that they become responsible, ethical users of Gen AI, not just when they are with us in NTU, but when they leave us and go into workforce